To get me inside her Irish convent, my former girlfriend, who I also hoped would be my future girlfriend, convinced her fellow nuns that I was her cousin. So we started dating at 15. It was fantastic. We went to prom together. Everything was great. Then a week after graduation, we went out on a date on Friday night. It was great. Called her up on Saturday. Her mom answered the phone and said that my girlfriend had entered the convent. I literally had no idea. 2.5 years, I had no idea. So, flash forward 3 years later, I went from my home in San Diego, California, to go rescue my girlfriend from an Irish convent. So there I was in the foyer of a 400-year-old Irish convent in Ballyjames, Ireland, being very cousin-like. And the nice nuns actually prepared a picnic for us, and so it was very nice. So she and I went out to this meadow. We were all alone. Everything was perfect, so I thought the moment was right. So I got down on one knee, and I reached in my jacket, and I pulled it out, my dad's Bank America card. And I said, I've been authorized for one transaction to give you a one-way ticket home so we can renew our relationship. I was expecting something I could tell a story about many decades later, but instead she frowned and said, don't ever tell me what to do. I was heartbroken. So, got to London as quickly as I could, flew home to LA, took the train to San Diego. My friends met me. I didn't even notify my parents that I had come home early. My friends picked me up at the train station, took me to the beach, and I needed pity, I needed sympathy, and all they did was attack me. This is all your fault, Tim. You keep on letting her think that you're always gonna be here. You have to let her know that you're ready to move on. And I said, how? And they said, you've got to send her a letter telling her that you went on a date. And not only that, you have to hit a home run. Well, I had never hit a home run before. I mean, think about it. Starting at 15, I dated a pre-nun. And then after she left me, I waited and dated no one else for the 3 years, waiting every day for her to come home. So, if I knew then what I know now, I mean, how many books was Harry Potter? 7? I could write 7 volumes on hitting home runs. But back then I didn't know what to write. So one of my friends, his dad had a new cable channel called Home Box Office, and they showed R-rated movies without commercial interruption. So we went to his house, and the most memorable part of the story is the way I watched this movie like it was a biology lesson. I don't honestly remember the film. I think it was The Postman Always Rings Twice, but with Jack Nicholson, Jessica Lange. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and my friends are laughing their butts off as I am saying, okay, first she does this, then he does this, and then she turns around. Anyway, so the point was the movie had singles and triples, and there was even a grand slam in that movie, but all I needed to put in the letter was that I went out with a girl and it was a successful date. So I did it. I wrote the letter, 14 pages, double-spaced, not double-spaced, double-sided, sent it to her. We'd been communicating for the 3 years about every 2-3 weeks. 3 weeks goes by, 6 weeks, 3 months. So it failed until on March 12th, 1985, I get a phone call. Less than 60 seconds, she says, I'm coming home. And I say, for good? And she says, for good. 3 days later, I'm at San Diego Airport. As close as I can get, she comes off the plane. She sees me, I see her. We have 3 adult sons. And next summer, we celebrate 40th anniversary of the first date.